Hello everyone, all you wonderful people, and welcome to the 2025 HTML and CSS tutorial. In this first episode, I'm gonna go through the basics and also get yourself set up. So yeah, the first thing that you probably want to start on is to get a text editor like I have right over here. This is Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. This is a free application made by Microsoft that you can download from the internet. I'm gonna show that in a moment. You can also use any other text editor like Notepad, Notepad++, or anything basically. But anyways, I would recommend you to have some kind of a code editor and not just a notepad. Alright, so the second thing that we are going to need is a browser. A modern web browser. Google Chrome is the best. Alright, so why don't you go ahead and download Google Chrome, for example, and let's get going from there. I'm pretty sure everyone already has Google Chrome, but in case somebody doesn't, here's the link. You can download it from there, and I will be putting that into the description as well. Alright, so after you have downloaded and installed Chrome, we are going to go ahead and I recommend Visual Studio Code. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to install that. So when you open Google Chrome, you will come to this main page. You can type over here Visual Studio Code, and there we go. So yeah, this is a a text editor used for programming made by Microsoft. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and click on the main link. It's gonna be code.visualstudio.com. I'm gonna post this one in the description as well. So when you are here, you are going to want to click at download for Windows or whatever your operating system is. If you are on Mac, then go to download and get your version from here. I'm gonna get the Windows one. There we go, it's downloading in the background over there. And when it's done, let's go ahead and open that. Alright. Okay, I cannot open that because my Visual Studio Code is running, but the setup is pretty straightforward. Everyone will get through it, I promise that. Okay, so once you got a Visual Studio Code installed, it's probably going to look like this for you. So yeah, you don't have any folders opened yet, or anything like that. So why don't you go to the File Explorer and let's create a folder. Okay, I created a folder called My Projects in my D drive, and this is gonna be the folder where I'm gonna be storing my projects. So let's create a new folder once again, and let's name this HTML and CSS course 2025 and enter. Alright, there we go. Now let's go ahead and right click on this like that. So right click and then open with code. Here we go. And yeah, do you trust the authors of the files in this folder? Yes, I do. Okay, and now here we are in Visual Studio Code. So this is what it's going to look like for you, most likely. So I'm gonna close this welcome window and then I'm gonna go over here. This is the folder we just opened, HTML and CSS course 2025. So we can expand it and close that. Alright, so when we are in here, let's go ahead and create a new file. Click here and then I'm gonna name this index.html. Alright, so basically index, that means that this is the home page of the website, and .html tells the computer that this is an HTML file. Another good thing to look at is by going to your projects folder, opening this one and checking out if you have the index file. If you do, everything is okay. So yeah, it's gonna say that the type of this folder is Chrome HTML document. So we can open this by double clicking and it's gonna take us to the website, but currently the website is empty. So yeah, we gotta create some content, and that's what Visual Studio Code is for. Anyways, a couple of things before we start. So there's a couple of extensions I would recommend you have. So go over here, click on this, and then you can go ahead and search for live server, this one. So install this extension. That's because you can see the changes on the web page by just Ctrl S saving your HTML file. Another good one is Live Preview by Microsoft. So this works in a similar way, but you don't even have to press the Ctrl Save. This works automatically, so every single change you make will automatically be shown on the page. If you don't have this one, or some other live server extension, then that means that you are going to have to reload your Chrome page every single time manually, and doing that for thousands and thousands of times, that's gonna be very tiring. So yeah, go ahead and install this or this. These are my recommendations. So Live Server by Ritwik Day and Live Preview by Microsoft. I'm using Live Server at the moment. So once you get them installed, you can go ahead and close the extensions and go to the Explorer and then go to Settings. Over here, click here and Settings. Then you can type in tab and from here you can see tab size, editor tab size. So basically this means that how many spaces your indentation is going to be long. By default, this number is 2. Let me show what it looks like. This looks like this. Alright, so this is an indentation. 2 empty spaces. If we add one more, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, so that's an indentation. It makes our code look nice. However, I myself like to use the tab size of 4. So I'm gonna type in 4 and then I'm gonna show this looks like this. Alright, so I prefer this one. You can use 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, whatever you want to, but I would say 2 and 4 are the most commonly seen ones. Alright, so also we can do indentations with this. So yeah, that's also to make our code look nice. Anyways, now that this is out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go and close the settings and then I'm gonna save index.html. Okay, so I cannot yet open this with the live server extension. You can see it opens, but there's a problem. It will not actually start updating. So before it's going to work correctly, we are going to need something called the HTML syntax. Alright, so there's the first way, which is to write an exclamation mark and press tab to create this automatically. However, I'm gonna go through it in this one by one. Alright, so let's get started. The first one is going to be doc type. So basically this, let me turn these into comments. Okay, so basically this one, doc type HTML, it tells the browser that this is an HTML5 document. So yeah, this is an HTML5 document. By the way, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So that's what HTML stands for. Alright, let's go ahead and go and create the next one. So now we are going to need an opening tag for the HTML document. So HTML, and these come in pairs. Your code editor might autocomplete this for you, but if it doesn't, you can see that this is an opening tag because it doesn't have a forward slash, and this is a closing tag because it has a forward slash. So yeah, so every HTML document needs this one and this one. Okay, between the HTML tag These are, by the way, called tags or elements. Between this, I'm gonna say, press enter, and then I'm gonna type in head. So the head section contains information about the website that's not visible on the document. For example, once again, it comes in an opening and a closing tag. Let's open this and type meta char set equals UTF-8. Basically, what this line of code does is that it specifies the character set. We are using the character set of UTF-8. So yeah, it declares the page's character encoding. Alright, the meta means all kinds of metadata that cannot be expressed using other tags that are visible on the web page. Okay, let's create another one. Let's say title. Now this is going to be the first visible one. Let's say that HTML 2025 HTML and CSS course 2025. And by the way, Control S is your friend. So remember, Control S to save. Alright. So the title tag creates a title. Okay, I put the windows next to one another. By the way, if you want to close the file explorer, you can press Ctrl and B. There we go. We got more space. And from here you can move horizontally. Okay. So, this is still not showing up. What if we open this once again? Now it is. You can see that the name of our document is HTML and CSS course 2025. So we can go ahead and close these previous ones. And we are going to continue with this. Okay. So I'm gonna write down a couple of comments. Actually, first I'm gonna make the body tag. So the body tag represents everything that is visible on the website. Between these tags, we are going to have everything that is visible on the website. Alright, let's press enter and then there we go. I'm gonna create some comments. So yeah, I have been typing in comments already, but the way to type in a comment is to type in less than, exclamation mark, and 2 dashes, and let's say this is a comment. Alright, I'm gonna also say that doctype HTML declares this file to be an HTML5 document. There we go. So doctype HTML does that. Then we have HTML. I'm gonna write this down. Okay, and by the way, one thing to look out for. Right now my head, meta, and title are all commented out. So make sure you have 2 dashes. There we go. Now these are no longer commented out. Alright. So yeah, pay attention to that as well. Okay, so I have written down a couple of things. First of all, the doctype HTML declares this file to be an HTML5 document. Then the opening HTML tag. These are called tags or elements. This one declares the start of the entire HTML document. The head tag contains everything that is not visible on the document. Then the meta tag gives all sorts of information about the website that's not visible on the site either. I didn't write that in. There we go. We can also declare other stuff, like the fact that we are using UTF-8 character encoding in this document. Then we can create the title, the tab title, which is this one right over here. HTML and CSS course 2025. Then we also gotta have a closing tag. So over here we have head, but this time it has a /, so that means it's a closing tag. So head section ends over here. Also, after that we have a body tag, or a pair of them. So the body tag contains everything that's visible on the page. So, yep. After that we have a closing body tag. That's basically the end of the body section. And a closing HTML tag, which basically means that the HTML document ends here. And then Control S to save. Remember to do that. And remember that HTML is hypertext markup language. The current version is 5. Alright. So that is the HTML syntax. This is the necessary stuff that you gotta have on the page. Well, not necessarily you don't have to have anything inside of the head tag, but you gotta have the head tag. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna type in P and also a closing tag, and I'm gonna say thank you, or actually this is the HTML syntax, and Control S. There we go. I'm gonna zoom in and we have our first element. That's a paragraph. This is the HTML syntax, HTML5 syntax. So yeah, the body element contains everything that's visible. Except maybe for the title. The title is visible, but it's not on the document, so it's kind of different. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna show you the easy way as well. So you can simply type in an exclamation mark and press tab. Now this will also create the HTML syntax for you. So you can set the title. It will also have this meta tag, which basically means that, or this one makes this website better to use on mobile devices. Alright, we have a title and a closing head tag and a body tag. So yeah, always remember to only have one of those per page. So yeah, Also, the doc type HTML is kind of special because this tag only needs to appear once, and that's the first line of code in the document. Alright, anyways, I hope you were able to learn something new in this episode, and in the next one I'm going to go ahead and get started. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope I'm going to see you in the next one. And yep, have a wonderful day everyone, and happy learning. Bye bye.